astrology as a tool for self-knowledge. Most people think astrology is about fortune-telling or TikTok horoscopes that sound like blurry advice from a cookie. But what if I told you that's the biggest lie you've ever swallowed? Astrology is not about predicting who you'll marry or what lottery ticket to buy. It's a sacred key to unlocking self-knowledge, personal growth, and a map to your true self. Controversial? Yes. Counterintuitive? Absolutely. But those who've experienced its power know it's like finding a flashlight in a dark cave. You don't just see the rocks, you finally see the path. Why do you repeat the same toxic relationships? Why does your energy skyrocket one month, then crash the next? Why does life feel like déjà vu, like the universe is trying to tell you something but you can't quite catch it? Astrology has the guts to answer these questions, not by dictating your fate, but by revealing your spiritual portal to freedom, transformation, and awakening. It points to where the old conditioning traps you and how you can finally elevate your soul. And here's the kicker: you don't need to believe in astrology for it to work. Just like gravity doesn't care if you believe in it, cosmic rhythms shape who you are and who you're becoming. In a world where people chase quick fixes, astrology hands you a mirror with rare honesty. Face this, heal this, awaken now. If you're ready to stop guessing and start meditating, aligning, and living with fierce consciousness, this journey will surprise you. More than that, it might just set you free. Topic 1. Astrology as a mirror of the soul. Astrology has never really been about predicting some fixed future. It's more like holding a mirror up to the soul. Imagine looking at your birth chart not as a rigid map, but as a living guide that reflects your dreams, your insecurities, and your hidden strengths. Just like in meditation, where silence opens a doorway to inner peace, astrology can be a tool that helps someone understand why they keep bumping into the same patterns in reality. The same conflicts, the same relationships, the same why me moments. It reveals that the universe is whispering, not yelling, and those whispers carry clues of your spiritual growth. The stars don't control you, but they can point to where your energy flows most naturally, or where it gets blocked. Think about it. A person who constantly feels drained in social situations might discover, through their chart, that their energetic hypersensitivity is tied to a specific placement. Suddenly, what felt like a burden starts to look more like a calling. Isn't that what true tools of personal development do? They expand consciousness. They shine light on shadowy corners so that healing and transformation can unfold. And the chart? It's nothing but a compass guiding you back to your true self. Astrology also serves as a kind of spiritual portal, opening the way for awakening to layers of the soul that modern life often buries. A simple practice like keeping a journal of lunar cycles and moods can be as powerful as sitting down to meditate with a mantra in the background. In these small, consistent acts, tracking feelings, noticing energy work in motion, a breakthrough can happen. Oh, so that's why I feel this way every month. Suddenly, the universe doesn't feel random anymore. It feels designed. It feels personal. And maybe that thread of mysticism is pulling us toward a much deeper exploration, where self-knowledge becomes not a theory, but a lived experience. Topic 2. Breaking the fortune-telling myth. Many people still confuse astrology with fortune-telling, waiting for someone to say, "Next Tuesday, you'll meet the love of your life." But that's like using a GPS to predict the color of the next car you'll pass, completely missing the point. Astrology isn't about stealing free will, it's about giving back awareness. It shows the energy at play, the tendencies, the cycles of reality one's higher self is wrestling with. What you do with that information decides whether you crash into the same wall for the 10th time or finally take the exit toward personal growth. Here's where it gets exciting. Once someone embraces that astrology is about awakening and not prediction, it becomes a tool of healing rather than anxiety. Let's say someone always attracts partners who leave them feeling unseen. Their chart might reveal strong Neptune influences, showing both a gift for spiritual vision and a risk of seeing only illusions. Suddenly, their heartbreaks aren't just random pain, but spiritual lessons. The chart reveals the pattern so they can stop chasing the mirage and start cultivating practices like meditation or journaling to reconnect with their true self. Astrology teaches us that we're co-creators with the universe, not victims of destiny. Just like sound frequencies at a certain age Z can shift your state of mind, awareness of planetary cycles can elevate your perception. You stop asking, "When will luck come?" and start thinking, "How can I tune my energy to align with this cycle?" That shift changes the game. And when the individual notices how life mirrors these adjustments, the desire for deeper spiritual development takes root, preparing the ground for the next stages of awakening. Topic 3. The chart as an energetic map. Every birth chart looks complicated at first glance, like an encrypted message only mystics can read. But in truth, it's your personal energetic portal, a fingerprint of the soul at the moment it entered this world. Each planet represents a field of consciousness. The moon digs into emotions, Saturn tests resilience, Venus reveals how love flows through you. It's not about memorizing mechanical traits. It's about feeling the dance of these forces in your lived reality. When someone feels stuck in life, revisiting their chart can feel like switching on a flashlight in a dark room. A person struggling with self-doubt might notice a strong Saturn in their first house. Instead of labeling it as bad luck, they realize it's their invitation to master discipline and structure, a hidden path toward personal development. That changes everything. The struggle isn't a curse, but part of spiritual growth, leading to the awakening of resilience they never thought possible. Practical use? Start small. Track planetary transits against your moods. Notice when Mars retrogrades and how your energy feels. Are you irritable or strangely drained? Suddenly, you see the rhythm between the universe and your body, almost like listening to background music you'd ignored for years. That rhythmic awareness is nothing less than mysticism in action. And once you realize your chart still speaks to you beyond the day you were born, a whole new dimension of spiritual awakening begins to unfold.
Topic 4. Cycles, Rhythms, and Transformation. Life doesn't unfold in straight lines. It's more like circles and spirals. Astrology reveals cycles, Saturn returning every 29 years, Jupiter circling every 12, that serve as checkpoints in your journey of transformation. Think of them as cosmic teachers. Saturn asks, "Are you ready for maturity?" Jupiter asks, "Are you ready to expand your consciousness?" Each cycle is a lesson wrapped in energy, pulling you a little closer to your true self if you pay attention. Everyone knows someone who hit a turning point around 30, career changes, divorces, awakenings. That's Saturn returning, shaking structures built on shaky ground. In spiritual language, it's a wake-up call, almost like a giant Hertz frequency humming through your life saying, "Grow up or stay asleep." If approached consciously, it can accelerate personal development and feel like a spiritual portal opening. If ignored, it can feel like life is crumbling. Either way, it's about spiritual awakening, not punishment. Even smaller cycles like the phases of the moon remind us that inner peace isn't static, it's rhythmic. That's why practices like meditation or energy work are so powerful when synced with lunar or planetary cycles. Try this. Set intentions on a new moon and release what no longer serves you on a full moon. Over time, you'll notice these rituals aren't just symbolic, they align your spirit with universal rhythms. And once you embody that rhythm, you can't help but sense you're being guided towards something even bigger. Topic 5. Astrology meets healing. Astrology blends beautifully with other tools of healing and spiritual growth. Just as Reiki channels energy through the body or meditation aligns the higher self, astrology shows where blockages might lurk. Someone constantly battling anxiety might discover a heavy Uranus aspect, pointing toward hypersensitivity to tension and unpredictability. That insight doesn't fix anxiety overnight, but it suggests areas where energy work, like breath work or sound healing at specific hertz, could ease the strain. The true beauty here is integration. Imagine combining astrology with journaling. You track not just what happens, but what planetary aspects happened that day. Over weeks, patterns emerge, almost like a personal spiritual laboratory. Suddenly, you realize Mercury retrograde isn't about broken phones. It's about rethinking your communication style. This reframing pulls you out of victimhood and into consciousness, sparking authentic personal growth. When layered with therapies or practices, the chart offers a personalized map for wholeness. A person exploring mysticism might realize their Neptunian placements thrive on artistic expression, poetry, music, painting. Without this outlet, they feel drained. With it, they expand their soul, gaining inner peace and balance. And this opens doors to a deeper reality. Your healing journey isn't random. It's coded into the universe, waiting for you to unlock it. So now you've seen it. Astrology isn't about fortune-telling or vague predictions. It's a spiritual map that leads to deep healing, unshakable inner peace, and authentic personal development. But here's the thing. What's the point of having a map if you never take the journey? Are you willing to face your cycles and patterns head-on, or will you let another year pass repeating old wounds while ignoring the whispers of your soul? Ask yourself, what would change in your reality if you actually treated astrology like the sacred GPS it is? Would you quit the job that's draining your energy, or finally say yes to the spiritual awakening you've been resisting? More importantly, are you ready to step across that spiritual portal and embody your higher self right now, not someday? If this stirred something inside you, don't just scroll away. Hit subscribe, activate the bell, and stay connected. This channel dives deeper into the mysticism and practices that help you elevate your soul and live with true consciousness. The next shift in your life could begin with one simple choice: to keep this knowledge alive within you and to walk the path of awakening with intention.